Well, hello. Come right on in. You're at Father Fish.
So what are we doing tonight?
Well, there's been some people messaging me wanting to know more about botanicals and leaf litter.
Cool.
And how they're important to the tank, because that really is something that if you're going to do the Father Fish method, you've got to have leaf litter, you've got to have botanicals. That way the microflora and microfauna has a food source and a place to hide.
Nice.
You just don't want to overdo it, because I've known some people who would like dump the whole bag of leaf litter in there, and that's no. You just want to do it a little bit at a time.
No.
Right? Because this is basically what it is shelter and food for microflora and microfauna. It's really invaluable to a natural system. And these are just some that I collected out of my yard last year. I made several bags of these where I wouldn't run out during fall. And then I've also, something else that's fun is you can collect seed pods. Like these, we've always called them gumballs. I don't know what the actual name is, but
Gumballs.
And magnolia. Gumballs is the actual name. Awesome. Because that's what I've always called them. Nightmare if you step on them barefoot.
Yes, definitely. Very prickly.
Oh, they are. I've only found one tree in my area, and that's at the park that has these. So what I like to do with them, where they'll go ahead and sink to the bottom and I won't be adding extra tannins, is I like to just take a little res jar. This one's a fancy res jar because my niece got me the fancy little jars.
Nice.
And you can see right there, a gumball has been soaking for a couple of months. That way I can see what interesting might hatch out of it, because who knows, maybe I'll get something else that I can culture for my fish.
Cool.
But yeah, I think everybody needs to add just a little bit of leaf litter in there, because you'll be amazed at how well it'll help build the ecosystem, which you already know all about it, Brenda, because you guys have botanicals there at the shop and you guys do the same thing.
Oh, yeah. We have them in quite a few tanks. And we got people bringing us like leaves and pine cones. So, yeah. And we still have getting the botanical bags, asking about the botanical bags.
Oh, cool. That's definitely something useful to have, and it's a lot of fun to actually get out in nature, even if it's your front yard and collecting it. My favorite place is actually the park because, well, one, it's got the gumball tree.
Right.
But they also, I don't know what type of leaves it is. There's these big, beautiful leaves that fall in the fall. And if you can get there before they clean up the park, then you get the good stuff.
Well, I had a neighbor that lived across the street from us have one of those trees. Like the leaves were like, they were huge, like bigger than my head. They were huge. And every time the wind blew, it would like our yard ended up full of these things.
Wow.
So
I bet those look gorgeous in a tank, though.
A very big tank.
Yeah. Well, for that, you would definitely want to check out the Father Fish book. The ones that I mainly use is oak leaves. The Father Fish book will actually show you the different leaves, because I know for the ones in my area, which ones to collect, I don't always know the names of them. I've actually used the book to help identify these. I was a pre-copy of the book for whenever I collected these, because I was actually talking to the authors and I'm like, okay, you guys, help me get the idea which ones are safe.
Right.
And that book will definitely help. So will the Father Fish Discord show, because you can actually take pictures of any leaves that you're curious about or other botanicals. Post a picture and everybody will help you identify it. It's really a great community.
We have a question. What kind of leaves would be classified as not safe?
Well, whenever I was talking with Father Fish, because I asked him about my area, he told me just do not throw pine needles in there. He said in your area, that's about the only thing you have in Northeast Florida that's really bad for the tank is pine needles. Pine cones are fine, but pine needles aren't. They have this tar buildup on the tips toward the base.
Good for like if you get a bunch of the pine needles and you can soak them in a jar of vinegar and you can actually make it's used as a cleaner.
Really? I didn't know you can make cleaner out of pine needles. That is cool.
How do you think they make pine needles?
I never thought about it. But that's cool. And I bet it's a lot healthier to actually make it yourself and use it. That's cool.
Yeah, just 2 ingredients, pine needles and vinegar.
That's simple. Okay, I know what I'll be doing. My brother's gonna think I'm crazy because I'm like, okay, I want a bag of pine cones and I want a bag of pine needles. He's gonna be like, what for? What are you doing now? What are you doing? And let's see, can I put acorn caps in the tanks? From what I've heard, yes, you can put the acorn caps, but the whole acorns, you got to keep in mind that could rot because it is a live seed.
It is, and I think there's a nut in there. So
yeah, there's some type of nut in there. Oh, that's a really good question. What are some fish that I can keep with pea puffers in a 6.6 gallon shallow? I've never actually kept pea puffers. Brenda, you guys keep them at the shop, don't you?
yeah.
Anything that you can think of that you could recommend, maybe?
Well, we have them in that tank. Let me go see what is in there with them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's one of the fish that I've been wanting. But right now I'm on a fish ban, so I'm going to have to wait.
So
What you got in there?
This is the one with the pea puffers. So we have some plecos and tetras. Back there.
So that's the pea puffer tank, and you got what all you got in there?
We have tetras. We have stingray plecos, and this little guy here.
Oh no, he's cool. I don't recognize that one.
Polar
He's
parrots.
got dozens of chicks born.
Yes, those polars are yeah. I think they're the same ones I'm thinking of. They get mean.
Oh no.
When they're guarding their babies. Is that the polar blues?
You know, I don't really know much about parrots. I've always wanted a parrot, but never had one yet.
We had a set of polar blues, and they had babies, and we went to fix the tank, to plant it, and it kept attacking everyone that put their hand in the tank. So then we finally got the parents out of there and put them in one of the plant tubs. Other fish did that. I didn't know where he put them, just that he moved them.
Oh no.
And all the babies were fine. They let me plant the tank and everything. And the one day I went to fill an order and I had to pull plants out of that tub, not knowing there was fish in there. And I got bit, and I'm like, what is going on? They had another batch of babies, and they were protecting their babies. So they were attacking everything that went into the tank. And I'm like,
oh yeah.
I don't like these.
Right. It's not fun when they bite you.
The babies are fine. They didn't really bite, but they were just kind of like coming at me, they would come at you, let you know to back off. Yeah, they didn't like that too much.
Oh, I bet not.
Come to find out, they're just protecting their babies. So
it looks like we got Dean. Hey, I'm getting you full screen.
Hey, sweetheart.
Oh wow, Aunt Sue's tank's looking good. We need to add some more plants, but it's looking good.
Yep, got it set up today. Got it transferred over. All the fish are happy, just letting the water get filtered out and get everything stable. And yep, I'm going to start adding some plants to it. So the next time I show this, hopefully I'll have a whole new landscape going on.
Oh, knowing you, it's going to be a really cool landscape, especially with all the different decorations that she gave you to put in there. I can't wait to see what you're going to do. It's going to be something cool.
Right. Is that lava rock in there with it?
That is real lava rock, yes.
Nice. Yeah, you can put some Anubias or fern on that.
Oh, yeah.
Very
That's a
photogenic.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I would say that's a very photogenic betta.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's friendly. He does have a slight tumor, but it doesn't seem to be bothering him. I mean, he's still healthy, happy. It just sometimes, it's like with people. He ended up getting a tumor, so. But it's not interfering with his swimming. I mean, he looks like he's swimming very well and very healthy.
It adds character.
It does.
Gather round everybody, let me make it clear. A message for the ages that we all should hear. When it comes to wisdom, when it comes to fun, there's only one God shining like the sun. There are 2 rules, simple and true. Rule number 1, father fish is best for you. Rule number 2, if you think it's not done, go back to rule 1.